very much in progress. This could take hours yet. And though there's, of course, this euphoria at the news from our eyewitness that 3 boys were taken out, we don't yet know what sort of health state they are in. Also that news that you described, that 4, according to AFP, from an official source, either the same or different boys are also out or will be out soon. But that's truly significant. However, it's worth remembering the agonizing wait for the parents. A few days ago, they said that the strongest boys would likely make the attempt first. So the risk levels, if they stick with that plan that was mandated by the doctor's assessment, that, the weaker boys will come later, because not through any kind of harshness, they had to test whether they can even complete this extraordinary journey, and the best way to do that is with the strongest kids. It's amazing that any of them have the physical strength and the wherewithal to get out of that cave system, given this horrifying experience that they've gone through.
So obviously the most sensitive of the rescues are still to come. Not that to suggest that any of this has been easy, but when we know that the strongest boys were coming out first, the weakest boys would be left for the latter part of the mission. That suggests that there's still a lot of work to do. Talk about, if you would, the oxygen levels, because with these increased numbers of people who are coming into this chamber where the boys and their coach have been held, that would, of course, use more oxygen, and the amount is depleting and has been for some time now.
Well, that's right. If the oxygen levels, Victor, drop below a certain level, you could have symptoms of hypoxia and similar ailments, almost like you're climbing a very high mountain. You have that thin air, the lack of oxygen. It causes very bad health effects in the short and the long term. That's one of the reasons they removed a lot of those rescue workers from the area, and that they made this a desperate effort to get oxygen into that cavern with them. Even that Thai former Navy rescue diver who died, his role was to get oxygen in there and then come out. And it also shows you just what the Thai Navy has sacrificed for these boys already. You had earlier on Facebook this picture posted by the Thai Navy, which shows the interlocking arms, the international effort of American, British, Chinese, Australian military divers joining up with the specialist British cave divers who have been in some ways leading this effort to get these boys out. That they even attempted this is extraordinary, and it was a very difficult decision to even pull the trigger on this operation. The last few days you could really sense the authorities struggling with when to start this operation. They had this window with the rain that is actually lightly falling on my head now, and the monsoon coming that could flood back into that cave at any moment. They had to wait till the last possible moment to get as much water as they could through the pump system they had developed to get it out, so they had the best chance of getting those boys out. And they just had to make that brave call. At this stage, at this early stage, I must say, it seems perhaps it was the right call.
David Mackenzie, thank you so much. Stay close with us. We're going to check back in with you. You guys are looking at live pictures right now out of Thailand as we await more information on this incredible rescue. And when we come back from break, we'll talk about what's the impact of these kids coming back.
We see on the left side of the screen, this is Mae Sai, where the hospital is where these boys and the coach will be taken. What physical, psychological, emotional scars could be still remaining after this 15-day ordeal? Stay with us. The breaking news coverage continues in a moment.
Grab an umbrella, kids, because Dad's going to make it rain. Trays.
He's saying he's going to score a bunch of three-pointers on you.
Yeah, we ball till we fall.
There are multiples on the table. One is cash, 3 are FHA, 1 is VA. So what can you do?
She's saying a whole lot of people want to buy this house. But you got this. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans makes the complex simple. Understand the details and get approved in as few as 8 minutes by America's largest mortgage lender.
Are those my shorts?
Welcome to Mitsubishi. Would you be interested in the test drive?
great sound system. Actually, you know what? Yo, you at the wheel feeling like a big boss in the all-new 2018 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Dreams of luxury, they suddenly come true with the dual pane sliding panoramic sunroofs. Futuristic super all-wheel control. 3 modes so you can tackle street gravel or snow. Yeah. Test drive an Eclipse Cross and hit up MitsubishiCars.com/HarryMac to see the full-length video.
Drive your ambition. Mitsubishi Motors.
Calling out around the world. Are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here and the time is right for dancing in the street. It doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. So come on, everyone, on your feet. Everywhere around the world, I'll be dancing.
Creating healthy meals is hard work. The endless slicing, chopping, and grating. Just think of all the time it's taking. What you need is NutriSlicer, the super fast, super easy way to make nutritious meals every day. Just lock NutriSlicer to your counter to slice, chop, and grate with total control, right into the dish, plate, or bowl. NutriSlicer is the best way to slice veggies for the ultimate low-calorie casserole. Chop mountains of cabbage for fat-free coleslaw. Chop tons of onions without shedding a tear. Or finely grate cauliflower, your favorite low